And when I heard that there was a draft bill on national security that will be discussed and that would grant the army the possibility to do the work that in other states is allocated to the police, that's for me a signal that things are worrying. The role of the army is to protect the state in a state of emergency. This is not the case in Mexico. And why is it that the army would be in the street controlling the people, controlling defenders, attacking the defenders? At this level. And then what we heard also is the strong implication of the army and the marine on attacks against defenders, responsible for abductions, for disappearances, for killings, for shootings on people who demonstrate and seek to protect their piece of land or their village or their lake or their river. So the implication of the army is for me something which is worrying. I would say not only threatened, but killed. Killed by the army, and we have a number of cases in which the army, the marine, were directly responsible for attacks, abductions, disappearances of defenders. I think that is a point that will be in my report. I mean, simple to send a warning signal that it is not the role of the army to do the work of the police. Of course, they have to be there to defend the interest of the nation, and where there is a state of emergency, they may be called to go into the street. But the mere fact that we see the army attacking defenders when patrolling the streets or abducting or disappearing defenders is a signal that they don't play the role. And the role of the army is not to do the role of the police. They are not trained for that. So there might be a problem, an issue. To have a global picture from the defenders, I must say that there is a pattern of attacks against defenders. The first point for me is what we see as a sort of campaign of vilification of defenders, defamation. They are called by public officials enemies of the state. Some say that they are linked with organized crime, that they would benefit from international funding just for the purpose of their own benefits, but not doing a real job. Then you see campaigns of vilification also by the army, by the marine, by the police, by the states at different levels. So this campaign of vilification is for me very, very negative. Because it has an impact. If public officials say that humanist defenders are enemies of the states, anti-development, eco-terrorists or eco-Talibans, that's what I also. And if you want to continue with the attacks against defenders, the most striking is the attacks against those who are defending land and environment. Indigenous people. We heard information, we have not any, it's only allegations, but of links between organized crime or infiltration of organized crime and some of the offices of the attorney generals in some states. I don't want to name names because I don't have any confirmation, but that's an allegation for me that is striking and worrying. That if organized crime is infiltrating the offices of the attorney generals, then you see the pattern of corruption, organized crime, link between enterprise, companies, and officials, and then the most vulnerable, like indigenous people, communities, they don't have any power to counterbalance these mega powers against them, and there are many signals of attacks and. One year earlier. So the fact that such a figure, a recipient of the prestigious award, has been killed, this is a signal that something is going wrong in the country. And also for me, what is worrying is that if you are able to kill in cold blood people like Isidro, then it's a signal that the other, less known, less protected, could also be killed. And if the state is not able to protect people like Isidro and other famous defenders, how are they being able to protect the less protected, that is the indigenous people and others that are fighting for land and environment? And then we had instructive discussions with so many families of disappeared. Mothers of disappeared, families that came to me with the picture of the son, the father, the brother of the disappeared. They were seeking reparation, justice, truth. And they came to the justice saying, I'm denied access to justice. We don't receive any information. So impunity for disappearances, but also for other human rights violations seems to be a pattern. And when I spoke with the government, with the Office of the Attorney General, with the Secretary de Gobernación as well, I said that impunity for me is one of the most striking things in Mexico that needs to be done.